On Ticker, this is Import Export with Lawrence Christophels.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Import Export here on tickertv.com.au. I'm your host, Lawrence Christophels. As I mentioned at the outset of this show, it's all about support, what we can do to increase awareness around not just the stimulus packages that the governments have organised, but what else is out there. We've just had the Victorian Chamber of Commerce on around some of their amazing initiatives to offer some free memberships and half price memberships on their export documentation services as well. And now we're joined by Gerard Holland from Internmatch. So we're going to talk about some really cool stuff. Hi, Gerard, how are you?
Hi, Lawrence. Very good, thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Gerard, with all these things that are going on with COVID and everyone really battling to stay in survival mode with business, what you're offering with Internmatch is just, it's a no-brainer, and I'm really delighted to have you on the show to talk about it. So I'm going to let you do the announcement, but especially around how it can work remotely as well. So I'll hand over to you for a sec.
Yeah, thanks, Lawrence. It's great to be on the show. Look, basically, what our service provides is access to university talent to support businesses as interns. Particularly in Australia, it's becoming a lot more popular in the corporate environment to actually embrace interns, bring them into the business and get support doing all types of different tasks. We work as an aggregator with the universities, so we have a really strong pipeline of university graduates that are coming through looking for different type of roles, and that can range from engineering to IT to accounting and business. Really, we cover every type of skill set, digital marketing, and our role is to then facilitate the matching placements into businesses.
Yep.
And so we work with organisations to find out what type of tasks they need help with, match them up with the right interns, and then facilitate that placement. The internships are generally unpaid internships because they're part of a work placement.
Yep.
And they're generally for 12 weeks and usually for 3 days a week. And so it's a great way to get resource into your business, particularly during this time. We've actually had during COVID more host companies reach out looking for help. And equally, we're getting a lot more interest from the universities and students looking for things to do during this. I suppose there is a bit of a downtime being at home. We do offer a remote internship model, so obviously not everyone can be on site anymore. So businesses have had to go to work from home. So interns are now working from home. And so we put a lot of structure around that remote learning environment and the remote internship placements. We work with the universities to make sure they're still getting their learning outcomes. And we've now got a whole lot of businesses that are taking on remote internships, which is proving extremely valuable.
Absolutely, Gerard. I think that, as you mentioned, there's been so much need for extra support. Universities themselves, that how do you create a work integrated learning program when businesses are essentially shut down where we are at the moment? And your ability to create, a structure for remote internships, it's a win-win-win outcome for all parties. The intern benefits, the company benefits, the university benefits. So, and one of the really exciting parts, which people probably don't really believe when they hear it, is that it doesn't cost the business a cent. Which again, it's really a gobsmacking no-brainer when you think about, if I said to any small business out there, or even medium or large businesses, say, look, how would you like someone to help you do some business analytics, refine some of your processes, work on your marketing, your IT, even from our perspective, supply chain, logistics optimization. You've got a resource that's got latest education. They've been taught some of the most innovative ways, and they're really hungry to learn and take that learning to the streets, if you like, and really put it into place with some businesses. So, yeah, it's unbelievable that you can offer this a free service to a company.
Yeah, and the reason why we can is we get remunerated by the universities, so that's our monetisation. So it means that we don't have to charge host companies to take on an intern. The level of investment that's required by a host company to make sure you're mentoring an intern. They are a young, person that's entering the workforce. So it's really important that mentoring is there, but then you have their talent and their capability to help support the business. We also live in a world now where you've got software like Zoom and Slack, where everyone's learned pretty quickly that we actually can work remotely. It's actually been easy to work remotely, and we've probably fast-tracked by 10 years in how quickly we will be a workforce globally that is working remotely.
Yeah.
And so by having video conference calls on Zoom and collaborating on Slack, it means it is quite easy to do so. So the remote internships has become a lot more palatable than we thought a month ago.
And the other thing that I've noticed with that as well, Gerard, is that because it is remote, it actually becomes more productive for the intern as well. They're not having to travel in and out of the office. That can actually be online really quickly. They're task driven, so the actual employer, the host company can really work with them on task management. And they feel like they're getting more out of that internship as well, because they're really getting their teeth into the project itself. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, Gerard, was things like risk and insurance. So, Internmatch covers that as well, don't they?
Yeah, we have a full insurance policy that covers professional indemnity, public liability, and work cover. So
Yep.
we do still have some interns that are out on site working in essential services. So everyone's practicing social distancing, but some are on site still. Yeah, so we make sure we cover all that insurance because it is not an employment relationship. It's a work placement, and so it's important that we cover the insurance side of things.
Yeah, great. And are there any specific minimum requirements for a business to take on as a host?
The main one is being good people. So
Okay, yeah.
just be honourable people that are happy to invest some time in mentoring and look after people, make them feel part of the team. As we are working remotely, that you make sure you invite the interns along to your video conference meetings.
Yeah.
That you provide mentorship around them. That's the main requirement. So you're happy to invest in them, give them some quality work to do, and provide the mentoring.
Yeah. No, it's as I said before, it's a no-brainer. I can't imagine any objection for any company not getting in contact with you to say, look, let's talk about how we can get some help and how they can help a student get better practical skills and work experience through this program. So it is a win-win outcome for all parties. Now we've got a landing page, I believe, that we can put up.
We get a lot of
Sorry.
a lot of students interested in supply chain management. Like there's no degree really where you go and learn supply chain management, but the students coming out of commerce degrees, IT degrees, engineering degrees that come to us and say, I really want to work in supply chain management or with importing and exporting. So there's a lot of demand there for the sector that you operate in.
Absolutely. Look, supply chain encompasses data analytics, business analysis, IT infrastructure, even engineering programs, marketing, and everything, as we've talked about throughout the whole range of shows over the last couple of weeks, everything is going digital. So that IT skill set, the marketing, digital branding, all those type of things that these younger students have got, they're much more switched on and experienced with that when older people like me. And so they can come into an organisation and really fast track that digital transformation as well for a business.
Yeah, agree.
Great. Well, look, it's absolutely great to have you on the show again, Gerard. We are going to put up that slide about the landing page, even on the Australian Trade Logistics Corporation website. We put on a link to Internmatch as well, so you can actually click on that link from our website. It'll go straight to Gerard's organisation, and you can just fill out the form there to register your interest. One of his team will get in touch with you really quickly, and you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain by reaching out to Internmatch, having a chat with them. You've got some really great students, resources who can transform the business. So check out Australian Trade Logistics Corporation.com.au. You'll see the scrolling Internmatch logo. Click on that and get in touch with Gerard as soon as you can, because it's a no-brainer. So thanks again, Gerard. Really looking forward to keeping in touch. And look, I want to get you back on the show on a regular basis as well, because as this whole situation shifts, it'll be great to maybe even do it yourself with a case study and one of the interns or one of the hosts or vice versa, and we'll have a discussion online around what the outcomes have been and how they found it, because I know how positive it's been.
Yeah, we'd love to. Thanks, Lawrence. Everyone stay safe.
You too. Thanks, mate. Have a great Easter as well.